Come. Good job. Good. Okay. Come. Perfect. So, okay. Obviously, practice this a lot. Come. And how do you know that you're doing good? You know by judging the speed of the dog, okay? So, yep, come. I was distracted, so she used that. We're not praising it, but we're making her do what she needs to be doing. Okay. Good job. So her speed coming back should be greater than speed or matching, you know what I mean, to the speed of running away from you. So that's, I'm gonna explain to you right now. The video is for you, so you see 100% reinforcement unless she messed up. Come. So that is important in the beginning, but then I will absolutely teach you about the random reinforcement in order for me, okay, to, you know, for you to succeed with her no matter what. Now, there's obvious consequences for where she's not doing it. Come. Perfect. But as of right now, she will do it 100%. Okay, you see how I held her a little bit? Because sometimes I let her go right away, sometimes I held her, holding her, and sometimes I would actually come, grab her, because that's what you're calling her for sometimes. It's just right now I don't have another hand because I'm holding your video. Okay. So videos are for you to figure it out when she is doing all of that. Come. Good. Okay. When she's, what are you doing when she comes back? So contingency plan, again, the reinforcement, that's a contingency plan for your life, will be discussed in the class. But in the beginning, we will absolutely need to make sure that, because you're going to be starting to correct her, and while you're starting to correct her, you're going to have to keep the level of reinforcement, positive reinforcement, high. That meaning that she will need to go on the food and all that stuff. Come! She runs like a greyhound. Absolutely love her. Okay. She does love, she does run like a greyhound. Your choice of food is unfortunate, so sometimes we drop it. And the treats are only for new behaviors or for hard behaviors. So, for example, treats you're going to be using when you go out and doing whatever, not for like regular training sessions or not like regular stuff, not the regular life. Like this is right now for her is regular life. So I'm not using treats for that. When I teach new behavior or when I put her in a situation where it's a very hard, come, good job. Okay. So why I do so many? So first of all, you see she understands it. Second thing is, come. pretty. Phone is not focusing on her. Okay. Second thing is a work ethics. A lot of dogs, oopsie, we lost her. Lost focus. Come on, baby. Down. Perfect. Me likey. Now you see I'm not telling her anything. So DOWN means that you're gonna stay there on that position until I release you. So usually I do 5-minute down stay here as a video. However, your dog will need so much more work on duration that you're gonna see a much longer videos of her on the stay position, you know, throughout your videos, things. So it's extremely boring, so I'm not gonna do this for you. She can be up to 10-15 minutes on the down stay easily. Now you see I'm just gonna hide behind these bushes, but I'm gonna make your dog a little bigger, maybe even more bigger. That's it. So that's the distance. I'm gonna make her a little bigger for you. So practice as much distance, as much distractions, as much anything that you want with her. This is going to be your, you know, kind of a main goal as far as calming this dog down a little bit and, you know, letting her be bored. So again, I'm not gonna do a 5 minutes video because she's gonna be on the down on 5 minutes videos for different other aspects with much more distractions. So I'm just gonna skip that long thing for you. Now, I would never call my dog from a distance. I would never call my dog from anywhere she can't see me. I will always come back to my dog and release her personally, because once you start calling, you're totally creating mistrust. So I want my dog to trust me and treat this as a promise that I'm going to come back and release her. So I am going to reinforce her. And also I want to tell you something about downstay and something about working in the yard. So I am going to actually keep her here so I can reinforce her, but I don't have to take her, you know, off of this. So what I want to tell you is make sure that you can be unpredictable. So never just, oh, she's coming back, that means I am gonna get off of this. No, sometimes just reinforce, leave the dog. Okay. As far as the downstay, you see those elbows, that's where they need to be. Now she can twist her body, she can shift her body, especially if she's laying down, but she has to be with those elbows. She can't be crawling, she can't be getting up, she can't be doing any of that. Okay. And every time that you want to give her attention or you want to do anything, you got to come back to her. Absolutely come back to her. You cannot be doing any of these things from a distance. Like I said, this is a promise. If I put you somewhere, that means I am going to come back to you and you have no worries about it. And like I said, normally this is where I do a 5 minute thing, but there's really no need for that. She's been fantastic on this. Her patience is increased. I don't know how many percent. She actually knows now what patience is. So practice a lot of distractions. Working in the yard. So even though in this yard I have neighbors' dogs, I have squirrels, I have lizards, I have toads, I have everything, right? This considered to be a non-distraction area. So push your dog there. Why? Because you work in this yard a lot. Meaning that you work on a lot, working with her a lot in that area. Having said that, it's considered to be a without distraction area, even though there is a lot of distractions here. You see how she shifted her body? That's acceptable. Now, this is the main difference between the downstay and the place, because in the place she can move. On the downstay, she cannot move those elbows. So you gotta make sure that we are okay. Okay, let's go. Come on, good job. Woo, you're free. That's baby. Yes, that's my baby. Yes, my baby. You. Oh, good job. Very good. Here we go. We are going to, again, new store, and we're just going there. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Kids. There are kids. Very good. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna stop right here. Good job. Person behind us. Good job. Very nice. There's kitty cats. Kitty cats. Birdies. Nice birdies. There's a floor. Wet floor. Gonna go there. So again, sniffing, she doesn't have to get to the things to sniff. She can sniff it from a distance, no big deal at all. And if I stop, I stop. If I turn into her, she's gonna turn with me. If I'm gonna turn right here, she's turning with me. Very nice and smooth. This is what you need. You're demanding that smoothness. I mean, today is like everything is wet around here. I don't know what it is. Interesting. Now, some dogs see that as a water thing and start. I'm curious if she cares. She doesn't care. There's a bunch of things. Good job. Yeah, good job. And there's kids behind us. Kids behind us. So, I'm not gonna let anybody be behind her like that. So we're gonna face it like this. So remember, I don't really want her to be on a stationary position. So if I backed up, Sasha backed up with me. And I am always gonna advocate for her. We'll talk about all this as far as dog goes, as far as people goes. We're gonna absolutely advocate for that. Down. No, down. Good job. So I'm not gonna reinforce this last time, I reinforce it now. The reason why is because this is a second store we're going to, so we're making videos. So yes, it's a brand new store, but hey, we've just done brand new store. Okay, good job. Down. Now this is what I'm gonna reinforce. So I'm gonna make her several times if I need to, until I get the smooth thing. Now the difference is there's kids. I can't show you the kids, but the video because they're gonna block me on YouTube. However, there are kids next to us, so that's why what she's watching, and very intense about it. Okay, good job. Yeah, good job. There's nothing wrong with all of this stuff. Okay, heel. Good job. I don't like the sitting, so I'm getting her off to sit. We'll talk about the sitting stuff and whatever, but it's overdone when you work on obedience. It's literally overdone. Heel. Good job. Yes. And when you work so much on obedience, your dog is not paying attention to the world. So there's a lot of things that she needs to observe everything. And when I start walking, because the kids left, so we're gonna walk this way. Ta 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 ta. And if I am sharply turning, she's turning with me. And even if I go this way, good job. What a good girl. See, all of this is worked out. So, and I'm gonna actually reinforce this because I really like that. I like the fact that she's just so smooth here, right? So that's what you're working on. The positioning is gonna be there, just the way we hold everything and deal with everything. We want to position because then we're leading. See how I'm leading her? Oh, there's kitty cat. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. We don't want a dog next to the kitty cat. All right. So again, if it's allowed, meaning that if I'm close enough and she wants to stick her nose to it, fine. If I'm not close enough, no. Oopsie. People here. Good job. Very nice. Very nice. Down. No, down. Good, let's go. Gonna go here. Good job. Okay. Okay, no, come on. So she pulled me toward the exit. So we're gonna go back again. So what we don't want is, that means, you know, she's not really comfortable. So let me do one more walk around here. Come on, let's go. Good job. Good job. Very nice. Very good. Come on. Come on. Very good. Yep. Perfect, baby. So we don't want her to pull at all. So that's what we're doing. Good job. Oh, I forgot that she does not drive up front. Today she doesn't have a harness. She's okay driving on the harness as well, but today we're doing the... Okay. Good job. Now, also, you absolutely have to spend some time on, you know, like the husbandry things, right? So in her case, I would absolutely look in the ears. I will get her specifically there. Then, because I will give her here, she's gonna get that. So you need to be able to see everything on her. Absolutely everything. You don't have to restrain her, but she needs to be manageable, okay? So if I want to see the teeth, I need to see the teeth. And I need to actually take a look at it. So she's not very good. So she lets me look at it. So absolutely have to spend time on this, all right? Same with, I would never let anybody cut my dog's nails. And I just wouldn't. This is not, because a lot of times this is not, I'm gonna have to push her back. Here we go. She thinks we're gonna do a belly wrap. I don't care. But the nail clipping, same thing. So we absolutely going to clip your dog's nails all by yourself. You should be doing this. I have worked on this a lot. We have no issues doing it. You will have no issues doing that. So she's just lying down. You can rub her belly, but she needs to allow you to do it, meaning that she can't be pulling back. And I'm just gonna cut all her nails for you. For now, I am gonna reinforce her for that. Okay. You can't see her face, but ugh. Yeah, I'm not that big on it. I need to get a thing. That's what I need to get. I'm not savvy. All right. But you can see what I'm doing, so that's the important part. Her back feet are good, but okay. So we are going to 100% spend time doing whatever we need to do, and also pretending that we need to see her eyes, we need to see her teeth, we need to see her that, and she has to accept all of this. Because when she came in, she was a touch me not. Well, touch me not doesn't work. Good. Okay, well, this is, we can do a little more. Her nails are easy because somebody is gonna cut her nails too short. It's gonna be painful, and I hope you see all this. I don't know if you can, but all right. That's it. I just cut her all nails. And her back feet are fine. So I'm not really, yeah, back feet, that doesn't even need to be. What, maybe this one. Maybe this one right here, but everybody else is fine, right? So, yeah. And that's, she is totally, relaxing, doing all that. We're scratchy, itchy, and we're doing all of the behavior work. I want to show you the way she is before we're doing the, you know, very strenuous activity. So she's nuts. She's a happy nut. But I want to show you that, yeah, good girl, is because it's, you don't have to wait until she's in the mood. You don't have to wait for any of this. All you're doing is working with her in any condition that she is. Come on. All right, 1 second. I'm actually gonna get her over here. Okay, down. Good job. And I'm gonna leave her over here. I'm gonna go get something. So we are gonna work on impulse control, and this is why I wanted to show you the dog before that. So you don't think it's like, oh, it's, you know, she's tired or this or that. No, she's in any way. And yes, you can absolutely leave her side. You're gonna work up to it, but it's not gonna be that difficult. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna breed out something that she's absolutely hates. And she saw it on the evaluation, she hated it. And it's a time for this to come out. Now, this is also need to be worked on, anything that she doesn't like. So, your vacuum cleaner, this or this or that. So that is what it is. Let me just move it a little bigger. You see the body language. She does not like it. She's seeing this. It's making noise, and she does not like it. All right. So it doesn't matter that she doesn't like it. If I'm asking her and to stay, and I'm telling her that, you know, I am responsible for her safety at that moment. So if I'm telling the dog to stay, and basically I'm telling her that she is safe. Either she likes it or don't like it. She doesn't like it. Same with the vacuum cleaner, same with everything, okay? So work up to it, each and everything that you see that your dog doesn't like. Now, there is already generalization that I notice that every second thing you introduce to that, it's going so much faster. In about 6 months to a year, you're gonna notice no matter what it is you're doing, she's going to trust you, because trust has to be earned, you know, by repetition. So you are putting new stuff on, she's safe, everybody is good, and this is how she learns to trust you. And obviously you pay her, and you pay her good, and you also correct her if she's not listening to you. So no, she's not a fan of this, but she has to stay on this. Now, this is where it's dangerous. This is why you can't do it with when a dog comes out or something happening that's out of your control, because in that case, if something happens to the dog while it trusts you, you're gonna have a hard time convincing it the second time. So see how she doesn't like it at all? Yes, she doesn't like it. And the manner that I'm using it, okay? Also the manner that I'm using it. She's not a big fan when you throw stuff. And doesn't matter. If I'm doing this, I am telling her that all of this is good. You have no issues with that. So the same as you are teaching her that whatever it is she doesn't like, she has to trust you. Well, same thing on the opposite spectrum is if you love something, you should be able to control her, yourself in the presence of that. So this is where all your toys, all your stuff comes up. So most her favorite toys, she needs to be able to, listen to you while these toys are presented. Sorry, I'm a little distracted over here. Trying to choose the toys that's gonna make a better impact on it. So impulse control, meaning I hate it, but she said to do something, so her opinion is the only one that matters. All right, so this is what it is. And now all these other toys, so we have a ball, okay, and I'm gonna reinforce heavily because I want you to reinforce heavily. Okay, so you can play, do this, play. Now you don't have to be doing this often because it's not the point. Oopsie, that was far away. Well, oh, it's because I'm on this one, so I have to do this. So I have difficulty to see it outside of that. Perfect. And again, I'm gonna pay her for that, so she's not going investigating none of that stuff, right? And you see that I'm not repeating myself. I'm not. Hey, no. Now she really wants this. It's close. So I have to remind her that, good. Leave it alone. I specifically wanted to throw one close. Now, it doesn't matter what you do. She has to be okay with that. That's the point. So this is how much she has to control herself, right? Around anything that either really fearful, she has a fear for, or something that she enjoys. And unfortunately, I got this was out. Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw one behind her. All right. So I'm thinking you're getting a point, but you gotta play with her favorite toys. And again, doesn't have to be done every day, but especially when you see that she's like really into something, interrupt it, because guess what happens? The two ways you're gonna lose full control over the dog: when her fear of something unknown is taken over and her fight and flight reflexes are activated and you are out of the picture, or if she is in the play drive, whatever, prey drive, chase and stuff, whatever. So in these kind of situations, this is where it's all matter. So you can't really recreate every time. Like if you only practice it on squirrels, you really can't recreate the squirrels all the time unless you live somewhere where, I don't know, Central Park or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's easier to recreate with stuff that's like her toys. She loves chasing stuff. Let her chase it, fine. But stop her sometimes. So that way you're teaching her to control herself around the things. But I do want you to point out that this is her hardest parts for her. So it's really hard for her to stand still. So you got to spend a lot of time on this because this is a lot of work for her. And as you see how I'm reinforcing this, you're going to be reinforcing this a lot. I right now don't have to reinforce her as much. I will talk to you about random reinforcement because at some point in your relationship with her, you're going to go to random reinforcement, and I'm going to explain to you and guide you through it. However, As of right now, when you're building that relationship, you're going to reinforce as often as I do in the video right now. In the first couple days, like pretty much for everything that she's done for you, because the more positive you are, the less negative you're going to be. And your relationship prior to this training was not all that hot, okay? So having said that, she knows who you are. So don't let her drag you back into that with her. And she's going to try, and you're not going to let her. So that's what it's going to be, because my relationship was much easier to build. She had no idea. She never lived with me. Your relationship is going to be a little more difficult to build, because she already know that love for her is pretty much all that, you know, she can expect from you. So you worked with her a lot, but, you know, you didn't have a good guidance. So my, you know, total request to you is to take it first day, you know, and start working on the most difficult stuff with her and pay her well. So this is why I asked you to do the find yourself a better food, because these little tiny things that I'm giving her is quite hard to manage during the day. It's just, I mean, it's easier. I mean, it's easy. It doesn't really matter during the session. But when you have a whole, you know, diet based on that and everything drops, I had to teach her hard for her not to go for droppings. Because, you know, we're not a garbage dogs. But as you can see, this is 10 minutes since I started the video, 9 of which she's definitely just staying in place, and I'm just doing whatever it is I'm doing, okay? So we're gonna go, but I'm not gonna pick it up because I wanted to pick up, but then I ended up just talking, so it's more than 10 minutes, so I'm not gonna keep you there. But normally I would either pick it up and take it away, because when you take it all stuff away, there's a sense of loss, which is important for dog to experience, or you go right from a play to back to play. So whichever you want, okay? Those are 2 options that you have. And pretty much 90% of the time, I practice play that, you know, this thing, like something that restrains her, you know, the downstay or place or whatever, while I am still messing with the toys. And then we go back to play. So 90% of my training, this is how it is. But about 10%, I would actually bring the toys, don't let her have it at all, and take it away. This is a very minor stuff, but for her is important because she does like to keep stuff, meaning that she does understand that when you're taking all of these things away, you know, it's a loss of some kind. So she's not a fan, all right? So I'm gonna let her go, and we're gonna go without, okay, come on, baby. Good job. Good girl. Good job. Good job, good girl. Yeah, come on, get it. Get it. Come on, get it. Get it. Get it. Yay! Get it. Yes. Get it. Woohoo! Get it. Oh my goodness, girl. Oh my goodness, go get it. Get. Yay, baby. Come on, get it. Oh my God. Oh my girl. Come on, go. Go. Easy, go. Go. Yay. Good job. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Yahoo! That's my baby. Woo! That's my baby. That's the baby. Yes. That's the baby. Here we go. We are ready to go. People, cards, and we are going to the places where she's never been. So that's basically how I'm holding the leash here. We will talk about this. You will have no issues. Scary door, but wasn't scary for her at all. There's a dog over there. We go in here. Good job. Very nice. Okay. This is a dog-friendly store that I do videos at. They have never been here before. So I don't want anything automatic with your dog. I don't want to sit. There's a whole bunch of food. I don't want to sit. I don't want to stay. I don't want to anything that's attached to the heel or the walking, because she's very good at observing everything. She's very good at doing everything. Now she can look at everything. The only thing she cannot do is to pull you. And again, that's how it is. The leash, you will work on this. There's no big deal. And she has a lot of on her neck. It's going to be much less once you feeling better. There's a opening here. When I stop, I don't really want her to do anything, not sit, not down, not anything, unless I tell her. So as of right now, I don't have enough hands to do the relief reinforcement because I have a phone in my hand. But unless I'm telling her to do something, I want her to do absolutely nothing. That's basically what it is. She needs to stay a little bit behind you. So her legs a little bit behind mine and relatively yours. So she needs to know that now, and again, she can sniff as long as she moves alone with me. 1 second. So again, I stopped. I am going to reinforce her, but I had a different issue here. Very good. So, okay, so that's how she should be walking everywhere. We will discuss different types of walking you do with her, but this is the one that she goes to everywhere in public or anywhere where you need her to be next to you. So basically, I will also explain to you why. There's a big dog here. Come on. Good job. All right. Good job. And she wanted to stop and look at him. And as long as she's coming with me, she can take a second. She just can't make me stop. She also cannot make me do anything. Good. Good job. All right. Down. No, down. Good. So I had to repeat it, and I didn't correct it. Why? Because this is the first time in the first place. This is not going to be like this in a place she's already been. So I would be correcting her for not listening immediately if it's a familiar place. Because this is not a familiar place, I am not going to be upset with her for not listening, because as of right now, this is a brand new spot. Now, if we hear a second time that dog leashes was very long, and then there's birdies. Okay, let's see the birdies. So I want her to pay attention. I just don't want her to respond, but I wanted her to pay attention to it. Like I want her to look at it. I want her to sniff it. I want to take a whirl in. Absolutely do. And there is a lot of stuff you did with the sit too much. So I discourage sit in the most important things. Why? Because sit makes her a sitting duck, literally, and it makes her very hard to move, and she thinks that she cannot respond. If there's just anything going on, she's feeling like she cannot respond to it. I don't like that. So again, there should be, the only thing that I'm not tolerating is any kind of pulling. Okay? And if I'm moving, she's moving. If I'm stopping, she's stopping. That's what we want. It's not a fancy of any kind of things. It's a very practical thing. And what this does is it's allow this dog to observe the world without, and it's allowing you to observe the world without looking at the dog. You see how I consistently maintain, like I have no pressure here, but I know where my dog is at all times. Now I just gotta look where that dog is before I come out, and it's right there. Very good. And He got up and he went. So people, she can look at them. She cannot do anything else. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. So this is too hot to do any kind of rules in the car. The only thing she cannot do is jump when I open the car, but I'm not gonna make her sit or down or do anything else. Way too hot. 1 second. I'll put you over here. So she cannot just go and jump. Okay. Until I tell her to. And then she's going. We have been in the water. We have been in the water, so we're all dirty. Yes, we are. Sorry. Oh, yeah, well, I still have a phone. Okay. Please. Good job. All right, well, obviously she knew that one, but I think you spent a lot of time leaving her on the place. And I don't think you spend enough time playing the game with her going to the place from different places, from different locations. So I'm not going to concentrate my attention on this. Now you have a hell of a better control. Well, you have an excellent control with her now on the place. Obviously, I'm not going to even really mention anything about it. Now, the only thing is, I also don't know, is because she's so glued to that place on the down. I'm not sure if this is how you train her or this is how, you know, I don't know why she's got it this way, because place, she can do anything. She can stand up, she can sit, she can turn around, she can chew on the bone, right? So place is a matter of boundary, not matter of what she's doing. Now this dog is thinking it needs to be doing a down stay on the place, so I don't have enough time to change her mind on that, meaning that I spend a lot of times doing other things, you know. So next time when you play with this game, make sure that at some point that's, you know, gonna be explained to her, just because she considers this a down stay. And she is like terrified to move on this thing, which again, I just didn't have enough time because I had more more pressing issues with her than this. But this is not a downstay. This is what a lot of people, you know, worried about. She can't leave this spot. But this is what she's gonna do, because I guess that's what she's been taught. Because again, for me to change that, you know, while on this day, it was a very difficult. So, well, not very difficult. It's a time consuming, because the dog is doing everything correct and she's thinking she's doing everything correct. She just doesn't understand that she can actually move on that place. So we're going to talk about this. We'll see how it's going to be. Oh my God, what happened to my flag? Okay, I gotta change the flag. I mean, Jesus. Oh my God. All right. Okay, I gotta figure that out. Anywho, yeah, so she thinks she needs to be on the downstay on this thing. And I didn't have the opportunity to do it. Now, what I need you to do with this thing is to spend more time playing the game of going to the place, which is gonna be in another video, rather than staying on the place. Yes, you do need to work on that, but as of right now, it's going to be easy on you. But we need to relax this dog, and that's a time thing, because right now she's like perfect on it. She's perfect. She's constantly perfect on it. And place is not about being perfect. And that's why it doesn't work long term if you think that you're going to do a downstay the whole freaking time and the dog learns not to move at all. Because that's a downstay, right? And that's very more difficult, because she thinks that she can't move a muscle. In reality, I don't care if they stand up. I don't care if they turn around. I don't care if they, like I said, chew on the bone. I don't care if she is, whatever it is she's doing, I don't care. as long as she's not leaving that spot. So that's the point of the place. And let's talk about it and see what it is. But it's hard to change because this is the dog you get on the place. Right there. Perfect dog. But, you know, it just needs to be literally a time thing. So she needs to figure it out that she can actually do much more than just lie down on it. So I'm hoping that, you know, that's can happen fairly shortly for her. But whatever. I mean, it's just spending time and understanding the criteria, because this is not the criteria of this. This is a downstay criteria. And you have a dog who is doing downstay just on the blanket or on the place, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how she's in the house. And a lot of trainers actually make it that way, that she really has to be on the downstay. And that defines the whole freaking purpose of being on the place. Because for me, you know, place can be anything. I mean, I can have, like, as far as my house, right? So for my larger dog, because of the, you know, the way that my house set up, her place is literally her room. So when I go to her place, she literally just goes in the room and stays there. So why? Because place is a concept of boundary. So whatever you introduce it as a place, that's what it can be. So anyway, we're done here, but I just wanted to explain to you, because she will stand like this. She'll stay like this for half an hour, freaking 40 minutes. She'll stay just like that. But she's just, see, it's no fun. We need more fun, because obedience shouldn't be all that nonsense, right? We should be having more fun. Okay. And see, I have to sometimes touch her. So that was a good example. Sometimes I gotta go and touch her to get her off the place, because again, I'm not sure if this is how it is, or she's just so scared to leave the place that she needs like a double encouragement for it. So not really sure, but it is what it is. Just understand that no, she doesn't have to stay on the down the whole time, and it's a concept, and she needs to relax more. And leaving the place, I guess you spend so much time working, staying on it, that she's like, can I really leave the place? So I had a hardest time to taking her off the place, which is, you just saw I had to literally physically tap her, because she would not budge. She understands it, but she thinks she needs to stay there until the, I don't know, cows come home. I don't really know, but that's in her head. So anyway, none of this is important. So play more of the game, go to the place, and have more fun with a dog. That's would be my recommendation here. Place. Good. So I want a little more fun and more you know, things for a place. So you see, I'm like, you can run around this, so you can do whatever as long as you end up there. So just more fun, because that is the one thing that she absolutely hated when she came up here. So yes, she got fed, but she was absolutely hating that. So we want to change this. Okay. Please. Now she can do this literally from different rooms. She can do it outside, from outside. I mean, there's so many applications that you can send her there. When she gets there, she's reinforced and released. So place contains two behaviors, and depending on how much it's a game more than it's like a horrible necessity, again, she's not leaving it if you need her not to leave her for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, I don't care. When actually this is, you know, when you're practicing, you know, anytime, let's say you're having breakfast or dinner or whatever, or you're doing something important, put her in the place and keep her there for as long as you need. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that this behavior has to be more fun than it used to be. Okay. And this is fun. She freaking loves this. Please. Come on, please. There you go. Just make sure that you have fun with your dog on all these serious behaviors, okay? Because that will guarantee her willingly doing it, much less resistance. And not only that, it's also gonna put her in a better mood. Because understand this, let's say you're using this when the company comes over. So let's say I hate that place behavior, right? And then when company come over, I have to be on that place. You know how I feel about that company? Yeah, well, that's how she feels about that company. So you absolutely, positively need to make that fun, because then it's not going to be connected with anything negative. Okay. Come here, you're so good. Yeah. You're so good. Yeah. You're so good. Yes. Place. Hey. Good job. No, place. Good. Now, I specifically did that, right? So I showed you the whole thing when this breaks down, okay? Because when she used to have fun with you, and I'm not saying just with you, but, you know, mostly with you, I guess. So when I have fun, then I don't have to do anything. So this is where you see the breakdowns. Because I was like, oh my God, she's touching me. Oh my God, we're just playing. And then I don't have to work. So this, all things needs to be connected. So what happened there, I put myself in the buddy, you know, position with her. So I'm not just telling her what to do. I am petting her. We're having fun. And then when I told her to go, same thing that I told her 20 times prior to it. But when I told her as we are playing and as she perceived us equal, then she started questioning me, like, do I really have to do it? This is where you saw me correcting the dog, and she went right for it. And I'm not reinforcing this, because that is not the point. So we can be buddies, we can play. You still have to listen to me when I'm needed. So that was a specific example for you, because that's how you need to practice. Because I can guarantee you, the second you start touching the dog, petting the dog as a reinforcement, that dog will break down. So you have to work on that. Now, it's not going to take you long to work on that. Okay, it's not. I promise you, it's going to take you maybe a freaking less than a week, okay, to work on that. However, just because she's used to being a buddy with you, and not as like, well, two buddies are not necessarily listening to each other every time. So you have to be in a more elevated position in her mind, because she has to listen to you no matter what. Okay, so, but she reads your body language as, okay, well, we're buddies. I don't have to listen to you. And this is where, yes, you do. This is where the correction came in. And you watched her going over there, and you also watched me not reinforcing, because we're not reinforcing what we don't like. And she literally like, well, we are playing, right? So I don't have to do it. Well, you saw her. She was very clearly talking to me like that. So that is where you need to concentrate. Okay? So play. Make sure she does it. Play again. Make sure she does it. So now she's been on it for a while. I can reinforce her. Okay? Good job. Okay. Haha. Good job. Now, it's a good baby. Come here. Hi, baby. All right, so I'm going to do this again. I'm going to pat. We're pat. Please. Good job. That's good. See? Now she can be reinforced right away. Well, again, that is what important part for you. So in her mind, when she comes back, you're going to be kind of sort of equal to her. So in the first 3 days, usually that's where it's all switched to her, because she's going to try. You're going to say, no, we are not on that same relationship that you left at. And usually the 3 days are difficult, when I leave. She's not going to be that difficult. I'm not talking about like, oh, you're not going to be able to do it. Difficult on the plan that is going to be a lot of corrections, because you're going to correct her a lot for disrespecting you, and you're going to correct her a lot for, like trying you. She's going to try you. So depending on how you're going to respond to it, you're either going to, I don't believe you're ever going to be in the same position, in the same boat that you were. But I'm just saying, like, this program only works if you, follow up with what I'm telling you to do. I'm gonna give you a full, easy way to gain the same respect I did in about 2 or 3 days on your own. So it's going to be very easy, very simple. It's not going to be anything. However, this is where it matters, because people sometimes like act differently. Sometimes they are like paramilitary almost with a dog, and then because they can't be paramilitary all their lives, they just totally let them, the relationship slide 99% of the time when they're home with them. Okay, because they don't make them do anything, because they literally portray themselves as, hey, we're just buddies. You're not a buddy with her. You're a parent. So, and there's going to be a parent type of relationship to the day she dies. The difference between dogs and kids: dogs never grow up, meaning that you are consistently, to the day that she dies, have to have a relationship in which you are dominant, not in the way of physical dominance, not in the way of whatever dominance. You are dominance in competence. So the competence of making all the decisions in life, that is what makes you a dominant in this equation. Okay, meaning that your words have to be the, end all be all for her. Make sense? So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. That's what I showed you. But spend a lot of time playing like this. Play, because it's all about when she plays, and the way she plays. I also need to ask you how you guys play. You're going to show me. We're going to talk about the play a little bit too. Well, a lot, not a little bit, but we're going to talk about this a lot, because during the play, it's when you're setting a lot of rules for your dog. So we're going to see where you are and how can you improve. And I don't like that. This is place, and this dog hasn't moved from that place. And that is because it was trained like this before. So once she relaxes more and will understand the parameters better, I hope this dog is going to move, not just breathe, because in the beginning, she didn't even breathe. Tell you the truth, she was just like clinging to it and whatever. So I'm not saying this is the way you've been taught, I'm sure. So I'm not blaming you for that. I'm blaming whoever taught you that, because I know that leads to a lot of behavioral issues, because every time that you need her in a place, she's gonna see, why in the hell is she doing this to me? So now, and just because she gets fed doesn't really mean, in her case specifically, well, in most dogs' cases, it doesn't mean that she's like, oh well, she's happy about it. Just because she's fed, no. Now, you saw me doing all kinds of let's say, you saw the video where she's working with a dog on a downstay, because downstay was not touched by the time I got here. Real downstay wasn't touched. So you saw the relaxed dog, but you see this dog, the dog who is panting, the dog who has the ears back, the dog who is like glued to that freaking place to this point. So that is not a relaxed dog, and that is what you need to work on. I know I said it a million times, but I really hope that you can see the difference. and that you can relax her in time. And again, that's probably going to take the longest. I mean, if ever it's going to be. I have clients who never were able to switch that. And that's just, I don't know. I think they tried, but I don't think it's just happened for them. But in your case, I think you will be very diligent, just because the way the human that you are. I believe that you can change a lot because you are much more sensitive and you are willing to work a lot with her, because that is the reason. The reason for that behavior particularly is because you worked a lot with her. You were just guided improperly. But look at all the other videos. You don't have that. You have this only on a place. You have that body language only on a place. So rewind, look again. You're not gonna see that particular stressed out animal except on the place. So work hard on, have fun with her. I don't want you to think that what you saw on the videos in the places where it's the first time, that's the way the dog is behaving. So in your case, your dog is sensitive to environment. Okay, so she is environmentally sensitive, meaning that when she's in a new place, she has much more higher level of sensitivity. So a lot of times, the reason why I'm telling you not to work with her like really hard is because I don't want you to push her when she's already uncomfortable with something else. Now, this is PetSmart. This is where we actually play, right? Meaning we work here a lot, right? So having said that, even though the environment is totally similar, but it has different smells and it has more people, more animals, but because we work here, and because it's something that's we've been here, I am demanding her to work. So please don't think that the way she responded isn't normal for her, how she responds everywhere in public. That's not how she responds everywhere in public. I am going to push this thing just because she didn't want to be around this in the beginning. So I've been working on this. So I'm going to be pushing this. And see, when I start moving, she needs to start moving. And I have a down. Perfect. So she responds immediately on everything. So please don't think that what you saw was, norm for her. She's perfect. The only thing I'm asking you is not to ask her, and you asking her, but just don't overwhelm her with obedience when she's in a new place. That's all my point of those two videos were, because a lot of times people, now dogs are great discriminators and people are great generalizers. Okay, so you generalize very fast everything. So for her, she's great discriminator. Having said that, she knows this is different place. Now, once she's second time in a different place, she will be great because she's already been there. She's already familiar with this. Does that make sense? So just understand this is how it is. But I still don't want her. So when I start moving, and my car does not move in itself, so I don't know what to do here. Come on. So I'm going to start moving. I'm going to just move. Okay? 1 second, because my cart is all over the place. Okay, perfect. We are moved here. All right, so when I stop, I really don't want her to do anything. I don't want her to lay down. You see this? I don't want her to do any of that. If she does it by herself, fine. But I'm not going to ask her. I'm gonna move again, because I want her to respond to this world without thinking about body position. So down. Perfect. So everything is perfect with her. Sorry for the video quality, because I didn't realize that I don't have enough hands. Right? Anyway, so I just wanted you to show this so you don't think that your dog needs being asked twice in any places that are normal. Okay, that was the purpose of this video. She is fantastic and she's great, but now once you start going more and you start working with her, you will see that her generalization skills will improve drastically. Now again, yes, she's on the downstay, but can she do all this? Yes, she can, obviously. I mean, I'm not gonna be all that militant about it. I mean, I'm just not. Because she wanted to, because somebody was passing by, she wanted to see them. I don't care. She's not getting up, she's not lunging, she's not doing any of that. So I'm happy. Yes, technically the downstay would be the same, but turning and twisting, sometimes I'm allowed, sometimes I don't. And this literally depends on the level of stimulation she gets on the outside world. This is high level stimulation. You know, and I mean, I literally can't drop this. We work a lot on the off leash thing. Now, this is scary because I can't see anything behind here and behind there. I have a cart here to protect from one side, but I don't have anything to protect here. And I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about the whole world, just not her. Does that make sense? Now, I use treats a lot. And the reason why I use treats a lot is because, again, this is a full environment full of people, animals, and everything else. So just please understand that. And somebody had a toy and somebody's playing with a toy. So yeah, this is great. Good job. Good girl. Hi. All right, we're going to be using so if food is on the floor or anything is on the floor, the second it's on the floor without an O, she shouldn't be touching it. So if you drop something too, she shouldn't be touching it. All right, now you can reinforce her for that. Absolutely. Just not for picking up this. So nothing we're picking up from a floor. We're teaching it, and she's not on the down or anything else. So that's just, you know, the way it is. Come. Good job. She should be able to leave all of this and not touch it. Good job. Good. Very good. If it's on the floor, we're not touching it. So especially important to practice with anything that's not food related, not dog food related, but human food related. I absolutely practice with her every time I would be cooking or doing anything. So 100% dropping stuff on the floor. Now, this stuff can be rotated, and then later on, it's hard for her to be in the presence of it. So sometimes she just takes herself out of it, out of the situation. But I'm gonna collect all this. So obviously, when you do it with dog food, and this is somebody else's dog food, so she's all about that dog food. That's why I am using somebody else's dog food for these exercises, just because they're dying for it. Come on. Come on. That's good. Okay. So that's pretty much what it is. She doesn't have to do anything else. She just have to not touch it. Good. Yeah, there's a food piece right there too. And we should be able to totally leave this. Come on, this way. See, totally leave this. Ah, good girl. Yes. That's important to work on. We're not a garbage man. It's a very dangerous habit. She came in with this habit. It's very hard for you to do this with this little tiny, miny diet food that you're dealing with. That's why really, you know, I was telling you it was not fair for her to do all this. So that's why I was telling you to change the diet, at least until you're stop hand feeding. So that's that. But yeah, okay. And now we just lovey-dovey. Lovey-dovey doesn't mean we can eat from a floor. It does not. It does not, baby girl. Let my hands go so we see that she's not thinking about eating him. Good job. Good job. Good job. I love you. Snuggly girl. Snuggly girl. Snuggly girl, yeah. Yeah, you snuggly girl. Yeah, you snuggle girl. Oh, yes, you snuggle girl. I love you. I love you. So much love. She's wonderful. Love her to pieces. And I'm going to collect all of this. It's important to collect and don't let her have it because there's an element of loss. So, empty hand. Yeah, get it. Oopsie. Yeah, get it. Yeah, get it. Yeah, get it. Yeah. Okay. Whee! She's lovely. Love her. I'll miss you, girlie. It was a fun one. Not all of you guys are fun, but you're fun. And and I hope she never gonna get a happy tail. I am always, throughout her whole duration of staying, I was worried about her getting a happy tail, which is breaking a tail because she hits everything with the tail so hard. Good job. All right. It's enough. Yes, we already showed Mommy how much we love each other. She knows. Good job. All right. So this is very important skill. Okay. If I am leaving, oh, she's pooping. Oopsie. She's pooping. Yeah, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna wait for her. But so if I change direction or whatever it is, it's her job to be with me and make sure that she is following me. So again, I'm gonna change direction and it's her job to check in with me and go. Now I'm gonna go this way versus that way, and that's where she is. Okay. The more random I go, the more I want her to follow me. And that's her job. Again, this is not my job to call her. I can walk as ridiculous as I want. Okay? She needs to be checking with me all the time and stay with me. You see there's a lot of vegetation, so I'm gonna go this way. She can catch up on me this way or that way, but she has to catch up with me. She catch up in the back, which is fine. You see, if I don't see her for any period of time, I am going to correct her and she's gonna run, and I'm not gonna call her. Because when you call on her, you put the responsibility on yourself. When I wanna make sure that if I hide from the dog, you see how she is? So she's just with me. Now I reinforce her because I stop on the corner or whatever. Again, she can't go anywhere if I'm standing here. That's her job. Now she's gonna try you again to get maybe food, to get that. See, I heavily reinforce this because I like it. Okay? I love it. I didn't put her on anything, but I don't want her to run around elsewhere where I'm standing here. So let's say if I got on the phone, that's exactly what she's gonna do. She's just gonna stay with me. And that's her job. I can't, and if I move, we're moving, right? So 100% her job. She gets corrected if she's not checking in with me and if she's not following where I'm going. So everything is on her. So that means she's working, not you. Now, of course, I'm keeping up on the dog. I mean, come on. Of course I'm doing this. So, of course I am. That's not what I'm saying. But that's her job. Technically, it's her job to stay with her crazy person who changed directions, who hide, because I don't want her somewhere I can't see her. So that's in the house and that's outside. It doesn't matter. When the dog is off leash, unless I leave her somewhere, I am going to make sure that she's here. And if I stop here for no reason, I don't want her to run 2 acres. I really don't. Now, I don't have to reinforce her, but this video is for you to do when you just get them. So I'm reinforcing it for you. I don't have to. Now, just because I gave her food doesn't mean that she can just go and disappear either. So she can go anywhere where she can see me. See, I don't care. If I can see her, she can see me, we're good. If I'm standing like an idiot, we're still good. So she doesn't have to have any particular things. I want her to know that she cannot be leaving me. Make sense? Yeah, makes sense. I love you. I love you. I love you. All right. We don't use this crate at all. Hey, go in your room. Yeah, I know. You've never been in there. Come on, in your room. Good job. Yeah, she has not been in here ever because this is our emergency crate, not the actual crate. So, but I'm gonna show you on this example of, so, no, we're not playing. Just taking your collar off. Now, just because the collar is off doesn't mean the dog can get out of the crate, okay? So you're practicing that, and if you need to, you grab the dog, you put her back, or whatever. You correct the dog. We're going to talk about that too. So, however, never been in it. So obviously you cannot open this door when she is barking, clawing, doing any of this. So the only time you can actually open this crate when she is in the normal mindset. Now you will understand the whole thing when I bring her back and we're gonna do her coming out from the crate of my car. So that's where you're gonna see the reality of that. So it's you're gonna watch all this. We're gonna talk in more details. But in the house, this is the same boundaries we talked about, the door boundary or the gate boundary or the garage door boundary, whatever the heck it is. Okay, it's all the same boundaries. So now, again, she's never been in here, so she's sniffing, she's doing whatever. In just like that, random dogs being put here for videos or for any kind of emergencies. We didn't have emergencies for a very long time, so I used to have, like, on the four corners of my house, emergency crates. We used to have a dog. Now a neighbor used to have a dog that used to climb over the fence or under the fence, and you will come out and all of a sudden there's a dog in your yard, and he was pretty aggressive. So I had those emergency crates, and that's what's the left of it. Because right now we don't have it, but we still don't know if there's going to be, again, raccoons or something that could be that I need an emergency crate for until I deal with this. She's investigating. All good. But nevertheless, so she's not an anxiety, she's not having any kind of issues, so she's not clawing, she's not asking me to open it, so I can open this stuff. Now, she doesn't have to lie down. She chooses to lie down right now. And again, a lot of her lie downs and this submissive posture, that's because she is thinking that's going to get her more treats. And for the sake of the argument, I am going to give her treats because I want you to do it in the beginning, okay? And that's the only reason why I'm doing this. So before she comes out, now the door is open, I'm not in the front of it, she cannot come out, and that needs to be practiced all the time. This is a manner, this is not optional. So I'm gonna put this on. Okay. Just because I collar on doesn't mean that she can come out. So she's just patiently waiting for me to let her go. And that's every crate, independently of anywhere that you put her. That is how you let her out. And again, we will discuss when she doesn't have a collar what to do, but the dog shouldn't be coming out of the crate without a collar, so we will discuss that. How you have the collar on and whatever. How you handle it, all this. This is your communication tool, and this is your enforcer, this is your cop. So we'll discuss all that. Okay. Good job. Good girl. Yeah, good job. Yes, it might bite. No. Okay. I'm using somebody else's food always because somebody else's food is the best motivator. No. Okay. Good job. Okay. Good. No. Okay. Dramatic. Very dramatic. I'll explain to you this exercise better and why we're doing this. No. I'm doing this because the mosquitoes are eating me alive. Okay. Okay, girl. Yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. So anywhere we go, that's all your doors. Could be a garage. We'll talk about that. Opening, whatever it is. Okay. If you are going through any kind of boundary, so your dog is invisible, but she's waiting for me to call her. However, she can be standing, she can be doing whatever. She thinks she's gonna get a treat over there. That's her point. She's not. But she just cannot be going through this thing. She's like, I'm waiting for the treat people. What is that? She thinks, so the thing with her is she's trying to figure out what you really want her to do, because that deserves a treat or whatever, but nothing deserves a treat here. She shouldn't be laying down. She shouldn't be sitting. She shouldn't be standing. She could be pacing back and forth. I don't care what she does, except for she can't be crossing this invisible line. Now, it's invisible here. The gate is kind of covering this. And there should be a visible line, but in this case, I mean, this is a wide opening, so the kind of gate is what this is. But she would not be corrected until she is going through this thing. Okay. Good job. Does that make sense? So what happens here is every opening she has to be invited to. Every opening she has to be invited to. So I'm opening the door again. Now, a lot of times she prefers the down thing just because she thinks she'll get more treats for it. Down gets her a lot of treats. And sometimes she will be right, sometimes she will be wrong. So, but in this case, I'm going to actually reinforce her. I'm going to show you what I would do in the beginning of all these things. Now, this is the same with the doors. We will discuss all this in the example of your doors and all your stuff. However, you can create as many boundaries as you want. And the boundaries that you create when you travel, when you go camping, when you do whatever, all of these things can be totally created really fast and enforced really fast. Okay, she understands this, because when I go out, I don't know what's on the other side of the door. I want to be able to see. I mean, like, sometimes I come out and then there is a armadillo, or there is a raccoon, or there is a, sitting outside of my door. I don't want my dog to come out first. And the thing is, like, this door does not mean that she can leave. So even if I am going away until I call her, she should be outside of that. Does that make sense? And I can walk away this way. And as long as you practice these things, so there should be like the normal things for you. Like, there's a normal boundaries that she never crosses, and there could be a boundaries that she is crossing. Just depends on what your needs are. And then the house, we will discuss that. Outside, we will discuss that. But, okay. Ha! And there she goes. Yeah, there she goes. All right. So that's a door thing. That's a everything. All right. So we will create these things however you want. You're playing. So if you don't want her to pick up a grass or whatever, you can absolutely correct it. I mean, this one I don't care, but you can certainly correct it if you don't want her to do that. Yes. I don't care, because here there's no poison grasses. There's nothing. We don't spray the grasses. We don't spray the trees. We don't do any of that. Having said that, I don't care if she grabs here and there. Down. Good job. So, practicing this random down is actually kind of killing two birds with one stone. Okay. First is, it doesn't matter if the exercise makes sense or not. You just need to do it. So that's a first. Because, you continuously telling her DOWN makes no sense. Down. However, just consistently, making this happen. Second thing is, and yes, I hate this food, but it is what it is. It's creates an extremely garbagey dog. Okay. So, and the second thing is, it gives you an alternative to the. Now, I'm glad she's doing this, is because I didn't ask her. So, I did not ask her. So she's not going to be reinforced at all. And if she's not following me for too long, she'll be corrected. Down. Good job. So, because she's smart, right? So she figures if that's what we're working on, she's going to lie down every single time by herself and get more treats. So be careful of that. Okay. I'm glad she did that. Because in the beginning, that's all she did. Down. Good job. So, okay. Oh, that was a ant pile. So she was very close to it. I didn't see it. Sorry, honey, but you were not on it. At least not on it. It's already good that it's not on it. Down. Good job. So it gives you that second, not only that you can call your dog back, but you can also put her anywhere you want her to. Okay. So creates an extra control for you. But Another thing that's important is the fact that it gives the dog consistent repetition of the stuff that doesn't make sense. Because again, a lot of these behaviors are going to be attached to, something. So for example, you send her to, place when you're having a dinner, or I don't care, you know what I mean? Whatever. But a lot of this stuff is going to be attached to it. This is not attached to anything. It's just random stuff. Down. Good job. And you can do it from any distance, any of that. Have fun with that. And she loves working, so this is something else. Now, sometimes I'm just making her stay. Sometimes I'm letting her go right away. So she is, because I didn't really want you to consistently bend in over and touch her. So I put her on, voice stuff. Now, she is gonna be confused with you maybe for the first couple hours. After that, she'll get used to you're okay. And you guys will never have another issue. But sometimes she puts herself in that down and she forgets that I didn't tell her. So sometimes I'm being nice and just reminding her to get off, either to place or to down or whatever. Just because sometimes I do forget, that she either put herself in. Now, I never forget when I put the dog in, but a lot of times what you saw, she put herself in. Down. No. Ooh, okay. See what it was? She's like, I'm not lying down to it, which is a poop. So that was acceptable. She was like, please don't make me. I'll sit and do whatever. Down. See? So just watch and sometimes ask questions, because your dog is really, really good. So sometimes she's just not doing it because she really can't. And if you can't see it, just pay attention, because that's what happened just to me. Oh, I hate that food. Okay. So yeah, that's why I didn't want you to have it, because I'm pretty good at it, but you're gonna drop these things all over, and all your dog is gonna be doing is freaking searching for that food. And I don't even allow my dogs to pick up anything, absolutely anything from the ground. I teach them not to pick up anything from the ground, and she knows not to pick up anything from the ground. And as of right now, sometimes I only allow her if these pieces like fell out her face. Down. Good job. So I'm gonna stop all this nonsense, but practice this a lot. It gives you distance control. It gives your dog something to do. It gives you, sometimes dog is watching something really interesting, or, really important, or whatever it is for the dog. And I don't mind them watching. I just don't want them to go after it. Or, for example, I just want my dog to be on a steady position. So I will ask her to go down and let her watch whatever's going on. Like the first time she saw horses next to the gate, she wanted to watch him. So I just told her to DOWN. And, that was it. So she watched, and then I released her. So that way I didn't have to call her off of it. You want your dog to experience the world, right? And experience it safely. So that's the reason why I absolutely love these behaviors. So practice. A lot of people don't practice that because they don't really see like the point of it. And then later on, some of them regret it. Not because something else doesn't work, but just because that's an extra exercise that brings you and your dog closer. I'm gonna reinforce your dog again for staying. Okay. All right, well, let's continue impulse control with dogs. See if she wants to poop. She might. Okay, come off. All right. Down, girl. Good job. So we will talk extensively in regards of what we're doing with dogs. Because there's different situations and different things. But she should be able to control herself with dogs that are trained and the dogs that are not threat. I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna go get her friend. I didn't think you could see much, but here we go. Friend. Chair. So they play until they're dead tired. However, she has to listen with her and she has to contain herself around dogs. And again, we're talking about trained and good natured dogs, because it's not fair for her to listen when somebody's jumping on her or doing something, whatever. We'll talk about all this. However, as of right now, we are going to talk about the dogs who are friends, who are very much, I gotta see that face. Oh my God, that face. And this face. Oh my God, this face. Okay. All right, I have enough of this. So they gotta be, capable of impulse control around each other. So, sorry, I'm distracted because I get some messages coming through on my phone. All right, let's come back to it. Uma. Around. Keep going. Keep going. Down. Good. So I'm going to reinforce yours first because that was very good on her part. Now, matching energy is something that they do with each other. You know what I mean? So if she's playing and running and whatever, another one wants to be playing and running and whatever. But she also has to watch my dog eat, which is, she was not a big fan of it in the beginning. And she's actually a very jealous dog. Obviously, you don't have a second dog, so but she is a very jealous dog. So she doesn't really like when I pay attention to somebody else or do something or whatever. So not a big fan. Around. Chair. So, wrong treats. Sorry, girl. We're given different treats for different things. What's on your foot? Let me see. Is that a dirt? What is this? Okay, that's a dirt. All right. Just wanted to make sure. Ah, the dirt is out. Okie dokie. So I love working around, again, dogs that are contained, dogs that are not able to get to me, and dogs that are friends dogs. You know, I love working as long as this dog is not disturbing this dog to work and everything is fair. And again, we will have a conversation about this. However, her patience was an issue in the beginning. This is why I took more time Now, this is the patience you see now. She's patiently waiting until, if she wants to play with her, hell yeah. Will she play with her? No, because I told her to be on a downstay. So downstay, that's the literally, you know, no matter what's happening here. Really, you really want this treat? Okay, that much? You really want it that much? How much do you want it? Very much? Very nice. Like, see, I drop one and she can't take one. She can't get down and do it, so I have to do it for her. Very nice. So that patience and that whole thing takes time to accomplish, but it's also a trust. So when I talk about trust, I talk about trust a lot because she has to trust your judgment. Now, before, she was very flighty because her nervous system putting up red flags all over the place, right? So you basically overriding all these red flags and you telling her, if I put you there, nothing is going to happen. So that comes with responsibility. Responsibility, like nobody is going to run up to you and step on you. Nobody is going to, because I'm going to protect you. Nobody is going to hurt you when I am telling you what to do. So you take that role of the defender of hers and the decision maker. So this is why I'm saying that we're going to have a long conversation in the regards of how we handle every dog, how we actually handle our dogs with, you know, anything else. So, but with her working on the patience, and every time you do stuff like that, so for example, you went to, there's a dog park, right? But it's fenced in. So you go from the opposite side and you just barely can see the dogs in the park. They're behind the fence. They can be barking. They can do whatever the heck it is they want. This is what they're here. You're there on the outside, could work your dog really good. Now, you can potentially do it like at the PetSmart or whatever when the people comes, but it comes with, I'm scared to do this because not every pit bull person can hold their leash. And everybody is going to try to, can I say hi? Can I say hi? Can I say hi? Can I bring my dog to my, it's just too much. So I prefer to work somewhere where, you know, I don't have to deal with people and I don't have to deal with, you know, somebody's ability to handle their dog. I'm just not a big fan because I've seen too much. Okay. So I'm going to reinforce her. Now you see how much I'm reinforcing her. I am reinforcing her a lot. And that's because this is a high-end situation. Now, you don't see her stressed anymore. That was worked out. So in the beginning, all she did is she just, you know, clench her teeth and try to just survive until they play. Now you see a very relaxed dog because it was worked out. Everything is worked out now. So if you're going to start going to, for whatever time you're here in town, please go to group classes because you're going to accomplish a lot in the group classes with her, and her trust for you around dogs will also, you know, it's not only trust, but it's also like she could not contain herself before. She would just, you know, and she couldn't concentrate. Now she can concentrate, she can contain herself. Everything is going very well. We're going to do one more run down and I'm going to take her away. Oma, around. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Chair. Perfect. Okay. So once I release her, they're gonna go to play. But that's just something that you really gotta work on with proper animals and proper containment. I love you, girl. You're so good now. But that's the energy and that's the thing that you need to be looking for. Dog is actually, you know, relaxed now. Yeah, you are. You relaxed. I'm going to reinforce her and I'm going to let her go. Okay. Good job. Let's go. Okay. She's like, I can't believe myself. That's all right. Good job.